Hello friends, in this today's video, we are going to discuss some of the problems which Pakistan has been jostling with since 1947. It's obviously going to be a very serious topic and I want you guys to take these things very seriously. Pakistan has problems like poverty, Pakistan has a problem of overpopulation, lack of quality education, quality food for the underprivileged people. Pakistan has pollution problems, air pollution, noise pollution, uncontrollable inflation in Pakistan. And on top of that, we have this element of extremism in our society. Of course, when we talk about these problems, you have to be very careful when you tread on these facts because we all know that one wrong step and the repercussions can be perilous. So, of course, I am well aware of that. I'm going to handle this whole situation, this whole video very carefully. Let's start by discussing poverty. What is poverty? Poverty is when you cannot afford to have good quality food, when you cannot afford to send your kids to get quality education, when you cannot afford to have good medical treatment. This is poverty when you cannot afford to have a normal, good life. In Pakistan, this is one of the most serious problems poverty. In countries like China, they in the last 70 years have brought 70% of their population above poverty line. But that's not the case with Pakistan. In Pakistan, we are still struggling with poverty. We have a massive portion of the population which is still below the line of poverty. These people, they cannot afford to send their kids to schools. They cannot serve bread and butter 3 times a day. They cannot have decent meals. So poverty is a very big problem which Pakistan is suffering from. And we also have problem of overpopulation. And it's not getting any better. I'll give you examples. So people who belong to the underprivileged class, the lower middle class people, they believe if they have more kids, they will have more hands, and in future they will have more income coming in, which is partially true, but it's not completely true. Of course, they will have more hands in future who will find jobs, odd jobs, and they will bring in money. But what actually is happening is that you're producing kids who will not have a bright future. They will not have a promising future. You will not be able to give them quality education. They won't become doctors or engineers. You will have a football team sized family and they will all be doing odd jobs. So you have not only destroyed your own future, but also you have successfully destroyed the future of those 10, 12 kids that you have produced by not giving them good education. They won't be able to fit in today's society, in the civil society. They will not find decent jobs. Today, we can see millions of people on the African subcontinent are dying from starvation. So are hundreds and thousands of people dying from starvation in the Indian subcontinent. And that's because we don't have food in abundance. Then we have this problem of pollution. We have air pollution. We have so many vehicles on road. When the driver he presses the pedal, the gas pedal or the accelerator, the car produces a cloud of smoke, and that cloud does not even rain. We haven't taken the safety or precautionary measures to ensure that the cars we have on roads they don't produce so much gas emissions, fumes, etc. We also have noise pollution. Then we also have the problem of lack of access to clean drinking water, especially in cities like Karachi. They have this prevalent culture of tanker system. So they get clean drinking water in tankers. They have to pay for that water, of course. We all know where the water in those tankers come from. In my honest opinion, it's not a very clean source of water. Anyway, these are only a very few problems which I have discussed in this video, although we have a plethora of problems in Pakistan that we are yet to deal with. I'm sure the government is taking the right precautionary measures to improve situation in Pakistan, but for now things are getting worse. Problems are getting exacerbated. I'll give you another example. Let's discuss inflation. I remember back in 1997 or 98, the price of Honda Civic top variant used to be around 600 to 700,000 rupees. Now, in 2026, the top variant of same Honda Civic sedan costs you around Well, it's above 10 million rupees. Now compare 600,000 rupees or 700,000 rupees with 10 million rupees, and it's mind blowing. This is not only something inimitable to cars, this is also happening in every single sector. This is happening with groceries, your edible items, your clothing items, every single thing has gone sky high, very, very expensive. And I have seen people who struggle to serve even a decent meal three times a day on their dinner table. It's so unfortunate. And yet we are all relentlessly producing more and more kids, knowing that we cannot give them a good future. Their future depends on good education. Their future depends on good food. A brain which is not well nourished cannot become a good brain, cannot become an asset for the whole community. A brain which is well nourished will become an asset. So all I'm saying is that all of us together, it's a responsibility, it's incumbent on all of us. The onus is on every single Pakistani to play their part, to individually improve situation, lives around you. If you know somebody who lacks this knowledge, please spread the knowledge. We also have problems like deforestation. And honestly speaking, we have now developed plenty of societies in Pakistan. We don't need any more. We have plenty of DHA phases, we have plenty of private societies, and I think these are sufficient for now. Now we need to save the nature, trees, plants, actual Pakistan, because without knowing, we are destroying Pakistan's natural habitat, the natural atmosphere, the natural climate. We have climate change is real. Pakistan is losing its glaciers very swiftly. It's not a problem for now, but in the next 10 years or 15 years, when we run out of those glaciers, Pakistan will face drought. Pakistan will be left with no water. We won't be able to grow our crops in the future. This is a very big problem, not for us maybe, but for the next generation. And I genuinely believe that we need to think, we should start thinking for our future generations as well. That it's high time to not only think for today, we also need to think for tomorrow, start planning for future. We need to have a robust plan for future to save Pakistan, to save our future generations, to give them a better life. We need to make plans. First of all, start thinking rationally. Stop building up massive families. You don't need to have a football team. You don't need that. Have one or two kids. Give them quality education. Give them a very good life. Raise them in the right way. That's, I think, a very fair thing to do. Instead of producing a football team and not giving them the right education, right upbringing, essentially destroying their future as well. So that's the whole point. Also, inflation is something we cannot control. It's happening on global level, although it's far worse in Pakistan because of our own problems, our own mistakes, our own faults in the past. But hopefully, these things will also settle down. First things first, start controlling your population, start educating people, send your kids to better schools. Do not produce people who will settle down for less. Make them invincible, turn them into enlightened beings, somebody who has lots of knowledge, who will become an asset not only for Pakistan but also on a global level. When they go outside Pakistan, they find decent jobs. Produce doctors, produce scientists, produce engineers, don't produce people who will end up doing odd jobs and they will live a very substandard life. So this is my today's video. I hope you guys have learned something new, and please do share your thoughts with me in the comment section. I will go through them all individually and I will respond to the rational ones, and also stay inquisitive.